everybody, Gianmarc here, doing a lesson today on one string symmetric Yngwie type licks. So I'm using a D minor, the saddest of all keys, natural minor scale, and basically it's a symmetric pattern all the way up and down, and it's a great practice for switching positions. So you know, whether or not you play this sort of music, it's good practice for being able to switch positions. And you know, you don't want to be one of those guitarists that plays a solo and they can only kind of hang out in two different positions, and including, you know, it gets old real fast. So anyway, great position switching exercise. So let's get down to the notes. So the notes, like I said, it's just a D minor natural scale. So let me just play the notes for you real slowly. So we start on the G. Every note here is on the G string for this lick. We start on the G string 7th fret. So those are all the notes that we're using today. And it's actually good practice just to go up and down the scale using just your index finger, because your index finger is actually going to be fretting every single one of those notes within this lick. So now I'll play the pattern, and I'll just do it real slowly so you can see which fingers I'm using, yeah, that's it. I'll just play it really slowly, and I think it should be pretty obvious. Knowing that it's a D minor scale, you know what the notes are. So here it is, real slow. There's a slide. 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 And then going down, it's so those are all the notes, and you notice that the slide happens every fourth note, right? 1, 2, 3. Right? So it's the fourth note, you have a slide. Same thing going down. And that's pretty much that's everything. So let me just give you a few pointers on how to get it clean and sounding good. Definitely don't rush this lick. You know, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, you know, and try and, you know, fudge it, right? You want to really play this cleanly and hit every note cleanly. So hopefully I did when I demoed it in the beginning. So don't rush it. Take your time. Really ingrain in your head all these different shapes. So that's the biggest thing I'm thinking about when I'm playing it. And you actually have to concentrate pretty hard because the shapes change pretty quickly. So it's, you know, whole, half, half, whole, 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 half, half, whole, whole, whole. So, you know, those three, and these are the same type of 3-note per string shapes that you see when you're playing scales going up and down the strings as well. But in this case, you know, we're staying on the same string, just moving up and then down it. So that's important. Think about the shapes as you're playing them, and that will help you fret this cleanly, you know, while going quickly. So that's what works for me. I visualize the shapes as I go, and it's actually pretty difficult to concentrate on those shapes changing that quickly, I find anyway. So what else can I say? Keep your motions to a minimum on your fretting hand. So you know, you don't want to You don't want your fingers flailing around too much. You know? Yeah, you don't want to be doing stuff like that. Keep your motions as small as possible. So one other thing, if you find that you're getting stuck at certain points, like for me, it tends to be right at this point here. Right at that spot. So what you want to do is keep going over that spot. You know, paying attention to minimizing the motion in your fretting hand, and you know, nice light. You know, as light a touch as you can do without. You know, you don't want to strain because that slows you down as well. And yeah, just get that as clean as possible. I kind of rushed it at one point in there, so don't do that. So yeah, sticking points, just keep going up and down them in that same spot until they start feeling a little more comfortable. And when you have the whole shape down, go all the way up and all the way down, you know, connecting the two without putting a pause in the middle. And that also helps you really ingrain it in your head. And that's pretty much it. And don't rush it. Make sure you're really playing this cleanly. So that's it. Good luck, practice that, and post questions if you have any. Alright, thanks. One final thing, I've got an album of heavy metal ringtones called For Those About to Text. So definitely check those out. I'll post the sounds at the end of this video so you can hear them all. So stick around for that, and the last two are probably the best. So make sure you listen to the whole thing. Alright, and I'll put a link if you're interested in downloading it. The album's only $1. Alright, thanks.